All right, so one of the many tools that I'm going to use um, is this book, Mind Over Mood. Oh, wait, it makes it go backward. Mind Over Mood, Change How You Feel by Changing the Way You Think. Dennis Greenberger, PhD, Christine A. Podisky, PhD. So I got this from my therapist actually a couple of years ago. It's about cognitive behavioral therapy, and it's a workbook. And it's actually this book that helped me realize that I have been collecting tools for years and years and years so that I would have them available when I needed them the most, which is right now. So I used to feel really bad about, oh, I bought yet another book about another self-help book or another book about spirituality or whatever, and I have yet again I did not read it. It's just sitting on my shelf, and I always felt sort of guilty about that. But now I can look back and go, okay, I just wasn't ready then. Some of them I did read, some of them I didn't, but I always find that I get more out of it if I read it again at another point in my life, for one thing. So there's that. But then there's also just, there's no way that I could have collected this huge collection of materials in a very short period of time. I've been collecting them over a year, so years and years actually. So I'm going to methodically go through as much of it as I can now, and I have time. I'm on medical leave for the foreseeable future. I have, granted, I only get a handful of hours a day where I feel kind of capable, brain-wise, to really do homework like this, but I'm going to keep stretching and keep forcing myself to move forward. So, Mind Over Mood. The thing that really hit me when I started going through this last week, and I'm gonna do some more today probably, was that I did fill out a little section, and I figured out it was about 2012, and I based that on some of the information that I'd shared, and it's just mind-boggling now at how much has changed since then. So this exercise is about, understanding your own problems, and it goes through several stories, what do you call them? Case studies. Several case studies, and to kind of give you examples of what's going on with these example people, and you got to identify what are the environmental changes / life situations, what are the physical reactions you have to those life changes, how does it affect your moods, how does it affect your behaviors, and then what kind of thoughts are you having to go along with those. So, I did this worksheet back in 2012, and, or that's what I'm guessing. I'm sure that I was depressed. I'm sure I was having a lot of anxiety. I don't know. I'll just say that the environmental changes or life situations that I felt like I was dealing with at the time were childhood issues, which do include some. Yeah, never mind, we're not going to go into that right now. Abandonment by my biological father, inconsistent relationship with my boss, and worry about money, and worry about my, at the time, husband, Jeremy, drinking. So the inconsistent relationship with my boss is the one that really indicated time frame, because over about a year and a half, it went more to the point where she was full-on abusive, and I was, oh gosh, it's like crying every day at work, and extreme anxiety problems, and just, I actually went on medical leave back then, for a couple of weeks, because there just came a point where I was like, I cannot look at that woman again, and I cannot have her give me crap again. I was breaking from the stress, and so I took a medical leave then for a while. I can't remember if it was 2 or 3 weeks, but anyway, my physical reactions. Oh, so that's why I know this was quite a ways ago, because this was inconsistent relationship with my boss. That is not how you explain somebody who's torturing you. So that obviously was on the early end. Okay, physical reactions: stomach upset, tension headaches, body pain, sweating, and weight gain. I now know too that the stomach upset, likely the body pain, and the sweating, those were all early signs of my autoimmune disease. The weight gain was probably because I was still eating things that I should not be, like gluten and dairy and other stuff that made me sick. So moods, nervous and worried, and then I look like I maybe erased something. I don't know. Behaviors: I withhold affection from others. I'm grumpy to protect myself. And I did not include any thoughts. So that's interesting. So basically I feel like, okay, I can look back at what I was going through back in 2012, and I can feel pretty good that I feel like I've made some progress. I don't believe that I withhold affection any longer. And I also have worked really hard on that whole grumpiness factor. So I know I've made improvement there, but all those other things, I guess, still are issues. I don't worry about my ex-husband drinking anymore because he's my ex. That's not my problem. So I don't think I'm going to go into it in this particular video, but I did start a new response to those same questions. And it really actually starts with literal laughter, because I have gone through so much since then that it's hilarious. That, yeah, no wonder I'm freaking sick. But yeah, I'm not ready to delve into this quite yet. I think I'm going to shift topics.